time away from the app at your convenience. I'd like you to discuss that with your husband, because I don't want anybody bringing up people's records. I mean, don't take this the wrong way. I don't know if you have a record, he has. I don't care. I don't want to know anything about that, okay? I don't want to know. Because what happens is people's addresses or whatever. And the only thing I'm worried about today, just today, I'm only talking about doxing. And the reason I'm bringing up doxing is nobody wins in it. Nobody wins with doxing. And it's a dangerous slope, and I don't like it.
I don't care.
And
well, we don't like it either.
So I appreciate you having a conversation with me. I will say this, the conversation that I had with Jama about the dog, okay, she said she had nothing to do with, all right?
Anyway,
Now,
But she had a friend that came over and did it.
now, can I ask you a
And she
question?
threatened to have it done again.
Can I ask you a question?
Jericho.
Do you know a name or anything about this friend?
No.
And that's why I was asking about your yogi.
But she said she's going to have a friend come over and do it again.
And you did. I jumped up a little.
And you heard that in a video, and I'm asking this
Yeah, I was in the middle of battling and she brought it up. Telling me to watch my back or our dog's going to have it done to them again.
Okay, well, I want to see this video. I'm going to look for this video. But as of right now, and I'm just letting you know, because she also knows how we feel about dogs. She said she had nothing to do with anything about the dog, and she has her whereabouts. Okay? I'm just letting you know that.
So how can my wife get a hold of you and actually send it to you herself?
You can message me. In fact, if you want to, you see my name on Roker. Okay?
Yeah.
You can message me at Roker. All right?
Okay.
And the only thing I'm dealing with is the doxing. That's the only thing I care about at this moment is doxing. Okay? That's it.
And then you understand
I'm
where
sorry?
these things come from one person.
Yep.
I'm sorry, what did he say, dog lover? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, and then once you see this video,
Okay.
you're going to understand where these threats come from with one person.
Well, I definitely want to see this video. But as of right now, I can only go by the word of somebody. Because if you say it's a friend of hers, I want to know who this friend is.
Yeah, so we.
Yeah, so do we.
But I'm letting you know that as of right now, I believe her because that's what I have to go by, and I know she wouldn't hurt any animals. Because I'm going to tell you what, I don't have friends that abuse animals.
And she needs to stop bringing up our 15-year-old son.
Okay, well, we don't need to discuss children, and I'm not discussing children. That's why I don't even want to bring up children, okay? I just want to focus
No,
on...
but you need to talk to her and not bring him up.
Okay. But can you and your husband discuss that on what we talked about? And if you see that video, I mean, I'll look anywhere for the video. I would just like to see it. But right now...
Honestly, there is no reflecting to do because we know where it stands. If they stop and they're not liking it back,
Then they need to stop.
exactly.
Okay, well, let's...
We'll stop.
I'm
when
not
they
a bad
stop.
person.
Okay,
But
We'll
she
stop when they
keeps
stop.
bashing me every time. She pops in a box. And she says, I have videos. I have proof. She ain't got nothing on me.
okay, hold on one second. Because I don't want this discussion to get cloudy, okay, y'all? Okay? And I know I've taken up a lot of your time, all right? And that's why I'm only dealing with doxing. Okay? That's the only thing I'm dealing with right now, okay?
So let's end it here. You send her what needs to be sent so she can hear it for herself and see it for herself or whatever.
Yeah, it'll be a full video and I'll have to really hear it.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. If I listen to that video and I'm seeing that somebody else is saying something in that video, and I can show you that, because I'm not going to doctor anything, y'all. I mean, I'm not a doctor video kind of person, okay? I'm going to look at it, because I am an evidence-based gal, okay? That's why I ask a lot of questions, all right? My goal right now is I don't want y'all to be doxxed, and I don't want her to be doxxed. Now, I can't control everybody on TikTok, just as y'all know that, because before y'all even met me, y'all know doxing is taking place, okay? And that's the sad part of it.
You know her personally?
I'm sorry?
You know Jama personally? Or just on this app?
I don't know anybody outside this app, because with TikTok, you've got safety stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know.
Suze, Paul Mom 2, Helen Rose, and Jamea are all in the group.
I'm sorry. Say that again. I'm sorry.
Suze, Helen Rose, Tom Mom 2, and Jama are in a group. They're trying to get me banned from this app. I ain't going nowhere. So it's not just her hating on me, it's all her group. And I'm tired of it.
Hey, let me ask you.
Well, my biggest thing right now, respectively, Becky, excuse me, dog lover. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to call somebody a dog, and I know it's dog lover, but I don't want people to think I'm calling you a dog, because that's not what I want to happen here. Okay.
I'm called dog lover because we have dogs.
I know.
And what's sickening? They post our puppies that passed away. Their pictures all over TikTok.
Okay, now remember.
We abuse them.
Now remember.
Say that we abuse them when they're under 6 feet underground.
Okay, hold on one second. Now remember, there's a lot of people on TikTok. Okay. Right now, that's why I'm trying to keep our scope very small, because the most dangerous thing that affects people right now is the doxing. Okay? That's the thing that affects people the most.
Yeah, it affects us when our dog gets stolen, and they don't want to admit to it though.
Okay.
Well, here's information for you since we're on this. My wife never wanted me to have another or any weapon of any kind inside this house. Ever since it's happened with one of our dogs, guess what just happened? That's changed.
Well, I don't want us to discuss that, because that's nobody's business but y'all.
Now you know where I stand. If anyone comes near my animals,
or our
they're
home,
paying the piper.
But I will say this though. This is my big concern. Okay. If Jameis, and let's just throw this out here for just a moment, okay? I just want you to consider this, all right? Because I'm a huge animal lover, all right? Like I said, I have no kids, so my animals get spoiled, all right? My thing is, and my biggest concern right now is, like I said, you know, you even mentioned if it wasn't Jama, it was a friend of Jama's. If it wasn't Jama and if it wasn't her friend,
she must have knew somebody.
What bothers me is that there's somebody out there that bothered your animal. That's what bothers me.
We're gonna stop that right there. You send her that video and let her hear it, and hear Jama say it herself.
And then she laughed about it too. So
okay.
Just get some.
Yeah, I'll go look for that and I'll send it to you.
Okay. When you get a chance, and you have time, send that to me. I appreciate the conversation. Okay, respectively. Like I said,
You do it right now.
I'll get up here and I'll do it.
I just wanted to talk about doxing, because that's the thing that affects. And I don't care if people have kids.
I never dox anybody.
And dog lover, I am. Let me say this, okay? When events of people's past are brought up, all right, and I understand that people feel they need to defend themselves, and I understand that. But when people bring up past things, other people who aren't aware of that now almost get a roadmap to where those people are, okay? And I would not want that to happen to anybody in your family, anybody in my family, or to Jama, okay? That's my concern. That's why the only thing
I don't believe Jama was my whole entire life.
I'm sorry, say that again. I'm sorry, dog lover.
I don't believe her.
Okay. And dog lover, you are absolutely entitled to your feelings, okay? I mean, those are your feelings, and that's how you feel. And I respect that, okay? My concern is, on this app of TikTok, the doxing has gotten out of hand. And I don't want to see anybody's address put in the chats or anybody talking about things where people can hear that type of stuff. And I know apps can be frustrating.
Someone just posted, so you're okay with stealing from a child?
Double Standard 101 says, so you're okay with stealing from a child?
Are you asking me, double standard? Are you asking me that? Because I will address it if dog lover wants me to. I'll definitely address it.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Because it's all over the internet.
Okay, let me say this first. Let me say this. I wanted to have a conversation with dog lover respectively, and I've been very respectful, and I'm going to continue to be respectful because she's allowing me on her platform, okay? As for double standards 101, let's talk about that. Your question is, so are you okay with stealing from a child? Now, what I want you to put in the chat, double standard, is I want you to refer exactly what you're talking about, because I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not going to assume. So double standard, if you want to have a conversation, either get in the box or we can chat. You tell me exactly what you mean, and I'll be more than happy to address it. Because I'm going to remain respectful to dog lover and her husband. But before I do, with you, I want to make sure that I know exactly what you're referring to. I'm not going to play the guessing game, because I am not going to dox anybody accidentally or whatever. So please let me know exactly what you're talking about, double standard.
Ashley said Jama has doxed too.
Okay. Dog lover, I'm going to handle one comment at a time. Double standard, I'm waiting for your answer. I'm waiting for your answer, double standard. Tell me exactly what you're referencing to, and then I'm going to respond to it, as long as it doesn't disrespect dog lover's platform. I'm waiting, double standard.
I don't see her popping up.
No, I don't either. Okay, so double standard 101 says, so you're okay with Jama stealing from a child. All right, double standard. You want to have a discussion? Hold on one second. Now, dog lover and your husband, are you okay if I respond to this question? Because, you know, we were having a conversation. I want to be respectful. Are you okay if I respond to this? All right. All right, double standard 101. You have a question? One of the things I like more than asking questions is answering questions. So let me tell you this. Number one, when I came in this platform today, I wasn't coming over here to answer anything about someone's past. I bet if we dig through yours, you probably have a past yourself. Number two, if you're going to talk about Jama's past, why don't you wait till Jama be in here so she can defend her past? Number three, you're saying and making an assumption that I'm okay with anybody stealing from a child. That's wrong. You don't know anything about me. You'd probably be surprised to learn that I run nonprofits that deal specifically with children. And I've actually had people prosecuted from stealing from children. So before you make that assumption, Standards 101, why don't you get your facts straight? Number four, Jama's not in here to defend herself, and you're making the assumption that it's okay that because I'm having a respectful conversation with dog lover and her husband, that I think it's okay that people steal from children. You're exactly wrong by that. Jama served her time from that, which I'm not condoning. I'd actually prosecute people for stealing from children all the time. And if I find out that you steal from children, baby, you better believe I'd send you to jail quicker than you can say motherfucker. All right? Excuse me, dog lover. I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
It's okay.
Now, let me tell you something else, double standard, the one with the question. Before you start coming in here so high and mighty that you're Miss Perfect, why don't you look at your past and see how perfect you are? See, my thing is, I've dealt with people all my life, and I've helped people who've had nothing, because I believe in recovery and I believe in redemption. So before you make assumptions that I think it's okay for people to steal from children, why don't you try to talk less and try to be more the conversation to help people? And next and last, before I end this note, how disrespectful are you to interrupt the conversation between dog lover, her husband, and myself? Maybe you need to go check yourself. Now, I answered your question. Dog lover, respectively, and your husband, I look forward to that video. And
Thank
lastly,
you.
I hope you have a good evening, dog lover. And as for double standards, why don't you go straight to hell before you interrupt another respectful conversation between myself, dog lover, and her husband? You got that, little girl? Take care, dog
You
lover.
look like a little girl, too.
Yeah. In fact, double standard, why don't you take your shit starting self somewhere else instead of acting and being part of the problem? You see grown adults trying to have a conversation, trying to solve the problems of the world, and you're starting shit. I don't like shit starters, dog lover, do you?
No, I don't.
Shame on you, double standards. All right. Peace out. I'll look forward to the
I'm
video.
understanding my wife.
And the next time, double standard, you want to come out and creep your head and act like you know some information that you don't, maybe you need to check yourself, bitch. Good day. Excuse me for my language. I just don't like shit starters.
I'm over there. You know.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'll look forward to the video.
All right.
Very good. Feet are swollen.
They told you to keep your socks off.
Well, now if I'm going to itch during the night, oh, and I always itch during the night. I let my feet air out and let it dry.
Kel's 05817 wants in the box, and Lena wants in the box.
That's something you got to do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do.
All right.